gives you this score, not this one. And then I'll break you up in groups, but we are not crowded. Actually, we can do all in one. So you will be speaking, you will be assessing each other. So it's going to be like a mock test for you today. You will assess each other. I'll listen. You will then, after, give your points. I have a checklist. You will follow that checklist. And I will give you will give each other some points. And I will say if your points comply my points or not. But it will give you an idea, okay? What are the requirements of speaking? And if you have some questions, I will give you some more clarification, okay?
Yes.
Okay, great then. So, by the way, English with Mr. Marbun. Can you hear me, Marbun? Mr. Marbun, can you hear me?
I think he is muted himself.
He's on mute, yeah, he's on mute. Hi, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Rifan.
Rifan.
Yeah.
Okay, Rifan, are you an English teacher?
Of course.
All right. So you should be knowing then some criteria. And you can also give your feedback today. It will be really useful for everyone. So you will help me in assessment as well. So, let me show you. I'll introduce some criteria because some of them, at the beginning, it will be difficult for you to assess everything at once. So firstly, I want to ask you, so we have 4 features of speaking. What are they?
4 features.
What are 4 features of speaking?
Or pronunciation.
I can't hear you. Can you come again, please?
Yeah, pronunciation.
Pronunciation, right.
Intonation.
Sorry?
Intonation.
No, intonation is a part of pronunciation. So it has rhythm, intonation, individual sounds, and on and on. So intonation is a part of pronunciation. What else?
Coherence.
Coherence and
lexical resources.
Okay, coherence and flexibility. Yes, how flexible you can speak. Then vocabulary. Yes, lexical resources, vocabulary. And the last one is?
Fluency.
The last one, can you say again?
Fluency.
Fluency. Sorry, I said it wrong. Fluency and coherence. If they were together, they are together. Fluency and coherence. And one more. Our favorite grammar. Yes.
Grammar.
Oh yes, grammar.
Right. So this is what we are looking at when you're speaking. I say we because I'm also an examiner, so I know these features and I test the students from time to time when I'm called for an exam. And I created a checklist because when I introduce students with, criteria, it's a bit difficult, it's a bit hard, and they can't really get head or tail of it. But I designed a checklist that will help you understand. But before we go, let's see. I would like to show you one framework so you will know where you are, not only in terms of IELTS, but also European framework. Let's check this file. Now, just give me a second. All right, yes, this one. So that's what we're going to talk about, and I want you to look at this framework, but I think you can't see very well now. Let me save it. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Bear with me, please. I think if I open it as a full screen, you will see. Quality. Okay, anyways, I think you can see. So, yeah, if you are B1 level, like intermediate level, what band are you? According to this, to IELTS and according to this framework. If you're in an intermediate level, what band will you get for speaking? And actually not only for speaking, for writing, for reading, for listening. So what band will you get in IELTS?
I think B1.
Band 1, actually band 4, band 4.5 and band 5. So
Five.
up to band 5 is B1, intermediate level. Okay, and then what band is, if you want to, if you're on, let's say, upper intermediate, what band do you need to, will you get? What will be your IELTS band score?
6 or 6.5.
5.5, 6, and 6.5, right. So each level includes 3 IELTS bands, as you see. Yes, 4, 4.5, and 5 for B1, 5.5, 6, and 6.5 for B2. And as for C1, if you are a proficient and advanced user, if you're a proficient user, what band is it?
7, 7.5 or 8.
Yeah, 7, 7.5, and 8. Okay, I just want you to know where you are at the moment, okay? And we will test it today, but before we move on, I will introduce you with 2 criteria, because they will be easier for you to detect. If you will be focusing on 4 criteria, you're not trained, you're not an examiner, it may be difficult for you. So let me introduce you with 2 criteria today. So this is a checklist to define your band in terms of your lexical resources and vocabulary. Can you see my screen? Well, can you see it well, or should I zoom in?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, we
Should
can
I
see it
zoom in?
clearly.
Let me maybe zoom in a little bit, because let's see if
Okay.
you think this will be better. So
Yes.
maybe even 160 can be better. Okay, so for band, sorry?
It's better.
Yeah, I'm sure it should be. So for band 6, you can paraphrase. What does it mean to paraphrase?
Retell the paragraph.
Retell in other way.
Yes, to say something in another way. For example, last lessons, if you remember what we were doing, is you are saying something like, who do you admire? And I tell you, well, you can say, instead of admire, you can use fond of. I am fond of this person. So just not to repeat the question again, you can paraphrase. And that is a skill which shows that you have some flexibility in vocabulary. So flexibility and lexical range, like how many words, in other words, you know. That's important. So paraphrasing shows that you have also enough words to say, to speak. Okay, number 2, I can paraphrase effectively. If you do, there is only one difference. Paraphrase and paraphrase effectively. This is band 7. Effectively means you are more like flexible. You're speaking, you will hear it, yes? You will hear that difference when you speak. Band 8, I can paraphrase effectively and flexibly. So you will also once you hear people of band 8, you will surely understand that they can they are mastering this paraphrasing skill very much. So I'm fond of, if you say instead of admire, I'm fond of, it's okay, it is band 6. If you want to achieve band 7, you need to show even more complex paraphrasing, like not only changing one word, but trying to change the whole sentence sometimes. Okay, maybe the question was in active voice, and you can convert it to a passive voice. Okay, and the next criteria, so paraphrasing is one of them. So if you can only attempt paraphrasing, then you are not band 6, you're band 5. Okay, and we are going to do it roughly today. So if you and band 5, remember you are B1 if you're band 5, so you're intermediate. If you know paraphrasing, but you can only attempt it, somehow try it, but not really successfully, then you are lower than 6. Next, so I'm going to, but I wish I could send it to you, but perhaps you can take some notes, or I will share the screen, you will see it, because you can fill in, yes, you can fill in like that, taking notes, so it will be easier for you to check your friends and yourself. Next one, I use a wide enough vocabulary to discuss topics at length. So wide enough. You will hear that sometimes this person forgets some words or searching for the words. If you're searching for the words, you're band 6. I use vocabulary flexibly and some idiomatic expressions to discuss a variety of topics. So here, the key is that you use, you're flexible. You're not really searching for the words. You don't need, you're using it flexibly already. And you use some idiomatic expressions. Guys, can you give me an example of an idiom? What is a idiomatic expression or idiom? You know? What is an idiom? Idiom. For example, yes, please.
Idiomatic word, even idiomatic word.
Sorry?
It means idiomatic word means that it is not the real meaning of the word.
For example, I passed my exam with flying colors. What is flying colors? It doesn't have direct meaning, yes, but we understand that this person has succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
So idioms
Yes,
are the phrases that are metaphorical. They don't have a direct meaning. Okay?
So it is good to paraphrase by using idiomatic word in paraphrasing. Is it good?
When you don't mix these two. When you paraphrase, you don't need to use idioms. You can, but it's not necessarily.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's put these two things into different baskets. Paraphrasing is another feature, and idiomatic expressions, idioms, is another feature. So idioms show a variety of your language. Of course, paraphrasing it also shows it, but it's just when an examiner asks you something, you shouldn't repeat exactly the same sentences. This is what paraphrasing is.
I see.
Okay, and so if you are, let's see, if you use wide vocabulary and idiomatic expressions readily and flexibly, so here you use it readily, you don't even think about what to say and how to say, so to convey precise meaning. So here also it means that precise meaning means that you can use terminology. If we're talking about, let's say, medicine, there are some specific terminology, and you know it, or whatever you're talking about. In this, let's say, software engineering, you can say buffer overflow or something. So you know this terminology, and that is the difference. That's what differs band 8 from band 7. And 7 here, I choose the wrong words, phrases at times. So if you choose something, so it's about accuracy. So before we were talking about vocabulary range, so how many words you know and how flexibly you can use them. And now we're talking about accuracy. You know, sometimes students say the word, but it doesn't fit the context. Or say the word, but it doesn't really, it's not actually the right word to describe it. Okay, so if you do it, then you're band 6. If you choose some wrong words, very rare, but you use it at times, you're band 7. And if you choose wrong words or phrases occasionally, like very rarely, then you're band 8. So as rare, use the wrong words as better. So occasionally it's so-called a slip of mouth. Everyone can make mistake. Even when you're speaking in your native language, you can make mistake, right? Okay then. So, and one more checklist I'll introduce you with today is a checklist to define your band in fluency and coherence. And then we will come to practice. So, I can speak at length with some repetitions, self-correction, and hesitation. So, in other words, you're thinking of what words or grammar to use. If you're thinking about what words and grammar to use, if you repeat yourself, if you correct yourself, and if you pause, you're band 6 or lower. If you speak at length means like you can speak and produce longer speech patterns, like 2 sentences, 3 sentences without any pauses, more maybe speak like a whole paragraph, you can say without any pauses. Then that is at length. So if you can speak at length with only rare repetitions, rare self-corrections, and rare hesitations, like you usually don't think of what to say, of the words and grammar to say. So it is band 7. And here the third one, I speak fluently with only occasional repetitions or self-corrections. I usually don't think of what language to use, but I may pause to think of what ideas to say next. So here you don't think at all about what grammar to use and about what vocabulary to choose. The only thing you're thinking about is the idea. Ideas, related hesitations is fine, totally fine. They just shouldn't be very long, but it's better to wait a little bit, think a couple of seconds, and then start speaking. Okay?
Yes.
And last 3, I guess, for today. Yes, last 3. If you can use some connectors, like I think also firstly as a result eventually with some mistakes, you're band 6. If you can use a range of connectors, like not only I think, you can say I believe, I reckon, and a range of them. With some flexibility, you're band 7. And I use a wide range of connectives, like I think, although, first, eventually, finally, secondly, etc. You use it flexibly, you're band 8. And probably band 8 is what we all would like to become, right? So we are usually band, if we're band 5, of course, if you're band 5, you want band 6. Once you get band 6, you will want band 7. Once you're band 7, you will want band 8, and on. So it's like ongoing process, guys. Learning languages, it never finishes. It's always on and on over with us. Okay, so I'll just, I think I cannot send this file to you, unfortunately. I can't send this file to you. Because I tried to send the files earlier.
This one I have already received.
You received it. You can open it on your computer. You can open it on your computer. If you have it printed, it will be better, but it's okay. It's totally fine. But guys, if you don't have it, take a screenshot of vocabulary range. Okay, take a screenshot of this. Didik and Tofik, can you take the screenshot, please?
Yes, yes. Okay, Miss.
Okay, are you done with vocabulary? Are you done with vocabulary?
Yes.
Can I move on?
Yeah.
Can I move on? Yes? Okay. Then screenshot. This the first part is also about vocabulary. Screenshot this part. And screenshot the last part. Just a second. Yes, fluency and coherence. Last 2 points. Okay? Could you screenshot these ones? Could you do it? Yes?
Yes, we're done.
All right, very good, very good. Now, I'm gonna open the questions that we will be talking about. These are questions, okay. These are questions. I'm going to send you here in the meeting chat. So part one. Then let's move. Let's just use maybe how many questions? Let's use 5 questions from part 1. Then part 2. I'm sending you this one. Part 2. And I'm sending you part 3. Are you ready to practice now and test your speaking? Are you?
Yes, yes.
Are you ready to test your speaking? Are you excited about it?
We will try.
Then let's get started. So, okay, who'd like to go first? One is going to ask a question, one is going to be an examiner, and another person is going to be the speaker, the candidate. Okay? Who would like to start?
Part 1, Miss.
Should I assign? Sorry? Did you say something? Would you like to be the first one?
Okay, I will try. Part 1, Miss, or part 2, part 3?
All of them, one after another. Sheda is going to ask you questions. You will respond, and Sheda is Tofi, if I remember right, Mr. Barhun is going to. They're going to check your point on the checklist. Okay, so they will see the checklist, and they will make your points. They will assign and give you your points while you're speaking. Only for vocabulary, only for fluency and coherence. Okay, so you're going to check how many words does he know, the range, and how flexibly he uses, and the accuracy, how accurate he uses the words. And if he makes any pauses, if he makes any, does he connect his ideas using the markers, cohesive devices, firstly, secondly, and finally, like this, okay? So firstly, we will, Didik, you will speak first, okay?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I will try.
Should I ask the question?
Yeah, Shada, you're going to ask questions and also think what you would give, what band you would give to Didik while he's speaking.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, part
Didik,
one, question one.
I'm sorry, Didik, can you turn on your camera? It will be easier for us to hear you, understand what you're saying.
Yes, I can understand.
Can you turn on
The
your
question,
camera?
please.
No, can you turn on
Oh,
your camera?
Oh, yes, yes. I will move.
Didik?
Yes, miss. I turn on my camera, but I don't know.
I don't see it now, actually. Okay, now, yes. I can see the background, but I cannot see you.
Yes, I don't know.
Didik, I cannot see you.
Later, yes.
I can see the background only. Oh, okay, I see you. You used the background effect, so your face wasn't visible. Okay, let's start.
Shall we start?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Tell me about your hometown. How do you like most about your hometown?
Well, my hometown is Magelang. Actually, Magelang is one of the city in Central Java. It is not small and not big the cities in my country. And I very like with my hometown because the condition about society I very like.
Very like.
Yes. So the next question, please.
Okay. Is your hometown a popular place for tourists?
Yes, many people from other countries when visit my hometown, they like Borobudur Temple. Because Borobudur Temple actually one of hesitate history in my country.
Okay. Has your hometown changed in the recent years?
Actually, many changes in my hometown, specifically about street. In the past, the street was not well, and recently the street is very good. So you can, when you visit my hometown, you feel easy to get the place, the Borobudur Temple.
How much free time do you have?
Actually, I am a busy person as a bee, but I try to have free time. Maybe in day I have around three hour free time. I use free time to accompany my family, like wife, my daughter, my son.
Okay. Have your leisure activities changed much since you were young?
Actually, I had changed some activity in the past and the right now. For example, when I was a young person, I very liked fishing, but in this right now, I very difficult to fishing. So I use the activity. I use free time to read some books, to teach my student in my school, in my in my places. Yes.
Okay. Now we will continue with the part two, or
Yeah, part two. He can take some notes even. Yeah.
Yes, I will prepare.
So you can read the questions, Shweta. So Shweta, you can describe the situation
Yes,
Okay.
I will prepare the first.
He's taking time for preparation.
Yeah, describe a situation when someone that you didn't know helped you. Yes, this is your question.
I think he is reading from the chat. He is making notes.
Okay.
Yes, I
Don't look at
will
follow-up
make
questions.
note.
Just focus on this described question. You can, Shraddha, you can take notes, and Mr. Barbun, you can also take notes because you will be speaking next. Yeah, let's use this 1 minute efficiently, so you will also know what you're going to say. Okay, time's up.
Yes. Okay. Let me retell about situation in my home about children when they have free time, so they can do help to their parent. The first one, the children can help their parent with some activities like uh, bring the water from other place to our home. When the children can play the water and they can bring the water in our home, like in my hometown, because sometimes we find dry session. And I think the best thing the children can learn to help other, I think when they play together, when they for example when they play about football, about in the field, they can make they can cooperation. I think the first one they can learn about cooperation each other. And I think in school the teacher can educate the student to make good cooperation. For example, when they do the job, the project, they can the student can study together. They can finish the project, uh, and the teacher must give motivation so the children can improve their skill. I think the skill very important and very vital to in the future. I think enough. Still time for me, miss?
Alena, you are muted. Please on your mic. We can't hear you.
Okay, thank you. So yes, follow-up questions and then part 3. Yes, Shraddha? You can continue.
What it's a number part 3. Okay, number 1 question. What type of voluntary work are most popular in Portugal?
Oh, wait a second.
Okay.
Follow-up questions first. What kind of things can children do to help with at home? Follow-up question. So describe a situation and then you see follow-up question. Can you?
Oh yes, yes.
Sheda, can you read that one? What kinds of things
Okay,
Okay.
that one he already mentioned in his answer.
Yes.
He gave the answer all of three questions like how can children best learn to be helpful to other and
These
Okay.
were follow-up questions actually. Anyways, okay,
Yes.
let's move on then to part 3. Okay, Shada, part 3 questions.
okay. What types of voluntary works are most popular in Portugal? But that one, how do we know about Portugal?
Okay. Actually, I
Not
have no
Portugal, I'm sorry.
idea.
It's about your
Okay.
country,
Actually,
Indonesia.
I have no
Indonesia.
idea about in Portugal. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Indonesia.
I
Indonesia.
think the
Okay,
beginner work
Indonesia.
in yes. Okay, Miss. Well, in my country, in Indonesia, the beginner work, uh, the most popular in my country, is civic service. I think about employer of government. In my country, many students when they pass or they have graduated, they will apply to be public service. I think uh, many students, many people in my country, they try to achieve to be public service or because I think very easy and the basic skill I think not too high skill. Yes.
Okay.
Do you, shall I ask the next question?
Yes, please.
Do you all age groups take part in this voluntary work?
Actually no. Uh, because to be public service, it is need rank years. For example, to be teacher, public service as a teacher, the maximum age is 35 years old. So not all age group uh, cannot take part in this beginner work.
Voluntary work. How can individuals benefit from voluntary work?
I
Yeah, should
think
I say
every
volunteer work?
individual.
It means you don't get money for it. You don't get
Oh
money
yes,
for it.
I
Teacher,
think
if you're a
every
teacher, you get paid. You get your salary, yes? Mm-hmm.
yes. I think every individual when they are teacher about salary, I think the first time is enough to necessity in their life. But in the future, the salary from government can increase. So I think the benefit, the salary from government to teacher is enough, and in the future can increase.
Okay, Shada, next question, please.
In what ways can voluntary works improve life in the community?
I think they can improve life in their community. The teacher can make group, the same teacher, like community of teacher. I think many places in some country, in some places in my country, they have a community to share about problem to get solution how they can improve the quality in education. I think
Okay,
yes,
that's it. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you, Didik. It was wonderful. You were the first one to
yes,
go.
yes.
So thank you again. So, guys, what would you give to Didik? Which band?
Okay, thank you, Miss. I
I hope it's been useful experience for you. Huh? All right. And Shada took a role of an examiner. Okay, so which band would you give? Let's check. So, paraphrase. Could Didik paraphrase? Could he paraphrase?
Yeah, he can.
You heard him paraphrasing. I think I didn't hear paraphrases. Did you hear some paraphrases?
Yes, I will try to paraphrase, but I still difficult to make good paraphrases.
Okay, yes, I would say that here you do not comply band 6 yet. So you need to, you may attempt paraphrasing. Yes, you may try, you may attempt, but it's not, we can't say that I can fully. You have a room for improvement here. Okay, so I would tick, if we had, I would tick it somewhere here actually, band 5 or something. Okay, let's move on. So I use wide enough vocabulary to discuss topics at length. Did it comply this criteria?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. So did it band 5, not more for now on, okay?
Yeah.
Not more than band 5. You have a room for improvement, but it's important to know your band right now, okay? And to know what is important for you. So you need to learn paraphrasing. You need to be more flexible in terms of vocabulary.
Yes.
Next, let's check. I choose the wrong words or phrases at times. I think
sometimes.
Yes, I think
he did.
He did, but not really at times. Yes. Okay, band 6 we can give here maybe. Yes, band 5.5 we can say here. So for all in all, for vocabulary range, you would get a band 5. Yes, so band 5 overall. Let's check the fluency and coherence. Let's see. I can speak at length with some repetitions, self-correction, and hesitations. So thinking of what words and grammar to use. Does he think about the words and can he speak at length?
Sorry, Miss Alena.
Yes.
Can I?
Yes. Of course.
I didn't know about band 6, band 7. Is it a point, just like a point or something like what?
Yes. Look,
sorry.
Yes, of course. Look, band 6 is equal to B2 level in speaking. And this is common European framework. Yes. We usually follow A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, but IELTS uses numbers instead. IELTS uses numbers from 0 to 9. And if you're band 6, you're B2. So for now on, as for vocabulary, Didik is somewhere here, band 5, somewhere here, okay? Maybe 4.5, band 5, something, okay? Somewhere in B1 level, Didik is somewhere here in the middle. But let's check the fluency and coherence. So can Didik speak at length?
Yeah, he can speak in a length, but he don't have like coherence.
Yeah, no coherence and
the pronunciation is not good.
Yeah, he has a room to improve for pronunciation, but we are not talking about pronunciation, but it's good that you pinpointed on it. Yeah, pronunciation features are somewhere down below here. You have it, Sheda. I can speak at length with some repetition. So you struggle, you try to speak at length, and part 2 showed that you try to speak. You can speak at length, but not to band 6 yet, I would say. Because you struggle to build up sentences which will be coherent, which will be correct in terms of English. So right now you build up sentences, but very often they are incorrect. Okay, so we cannot say that you are speaking at length. So again, here I would say band 5. Let's check the other criteria. I use some connectors with some mistakes.
Also, I think also.
Sorry? Did he use some connectors? Did you notice?
Yes, I
Yeah.
use some connector.
Yes, he used some connectors.
He often uses connectors like I think, yeah, but only I think.
Okay, he used some connectors. He used, for example, what else? Yeah, I think quite often. Actually, you used actually. You used in the future. But your cohesive devices were a bit more too basic. Okay, you used them. It's perfect, great. They were a little bit too basic, so that's why it's also like band 5.5, maybe something like this. Okay. And this is so overall you would again get like band 5 for fluency and coherence, only for 2 markers, only for vocabulary and for fluency and coherence. Yeah. And also voluntary job. Sheda asked you to she tried to clarify this question, I think once or twice. She said voluntarily work. Voluntarily work means that you don't get money. If you are a teacher, you get your salary, you get money from it. But for example, voluntarily work, Olympic Games, you can go and work at the Olympic Games and do it for free, like just serve people for free. Or a Red Crescent, you know, it's they do some services for people who need some blood, yes, who are under urgent situation, they need some blood, and they can do this service for free, yes, to take some blood for free. They will do it without getting any money. So that like different sort of voluntary work there are, I'm sure. So people don't do it for money, but for free, just to do it, just to have. Okay, Didik, thank you so much. You know your band approximately right now. Yes. And now we're going to listen to Sheda. And who would like to ask Sheda questions? Maybe this time we can ask Mr. Barbun.
Yeah.
You can ask Sheda questions, okay?
I forgot a question.
Can you click on the meeting chat? There is a kind of chat button. When you click on it, you will see the questions coming. I think you're using the phone, so it should be maybe click on 3 dots. Click on 3 dots, ellipsis, 3 dots, and there should be chat.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it on chat.
Okay, Didik, if you can see, you can ask Sheda questions.
Yes, I can see the question from chat.
Thank you. Okay, so good to go then. I set the timer. Yes, please start speaking. Ask the question. Didik?
Yes.
Start.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Marpun?
Read the question. Tell me about.
Okay, let me try to ask.
Have you found it? Have you found the question?
Sure. I did it. I didn't find the question here.
Didik, can you find it? Didik?
Yes, I can find the
Can you
question.
read it, please? Can you read it?
Yes.
Question number 1. Read it.
Part 1?
Part
Yes.
1, question 1.
Tell me about your hometown. Okay. tell me about your hometown. What do you like most about your hometown?
Okay. Well, I'm from Pakistan, and my hometown in Pakistan is a big city, Karachi. So it's a very hustling, bustling city. And the thing I like about my hometown is its nightlife and its beautiful beaches with high tides.
Yes. Okay, next question. Is your hometown a popular place for a tourist?
Yeah, in a way you can say it's a capital, it's a big city of our country. So we cater a lot of tourists in a year.
Okay. Next question. Has your hometown changed in the recent years?
Yeah, I think in recent year we have a lot of changes occurred in my hometown. In like you can say we have now a lot of bridges and hotels, and with the passage of time we are having a lot of changes in recent year.
Okay. How much free time do you have?
Well, I'm a mother, so it's difficult for me now to get a free time. But when I got my free time, so I will spend on watching movies or TV.
Okay. And the last question in part 1, have your leisure activities changed much since you were young?
Yes, of course. When I was young and not married, so I have to hang out with my friends in my leisure time. But now I didn't get that much time to hang out with my friends. So
Part 2 question. Yeah, you can, if you are
Okay.
ready, you can just go ahead because I gave some preparation time. So you're going to describe a situation when someone that you didn't know helped you. So create a story, yes?
okay. Well, it was about 8 years back when I first time traveling alone and coming Malaysia from Pakistan. So I got stuck at the airport because my travel agent booked the wrong tickets for me. I was coming on a visit visa, so it's a rule when you are visiting some country, you have to book return ticket. But my travel agent has booked only one-sided ticket. So it's happened at the Bangkok airport. They stopped me over there and they asking me for the return ticket. And because of that, I lost my flight. And then my at the time my husband arranged to rebook the tickets, and I got a second next flight. So that is the situation when I think no one is there to help me out at the airport.
Okay. Follow-up questions, please. Gigi?
What kind of thing? Yes, follow up the question. The first one. What kind of things can children do to help with at home?
In my opinion, children can do a lot of help in household work. like being a mother, I try to engage my children with me in different activities so he can learn something from that activities, and also like what, also they will busy with me, and as compared to do the destroying things, or if you engage the children with you, it's better, I think. And the number two, how can children best learn
Yes.
to be helpful to others? Okay. I think children learn everything from their parents or elders. So if they will see you, you are helping the other people. So I believe children more learn from the things you are doing, not you are just telling them. So
Third question, what ways can schools?
Yeah, I reckon in many ways school encourage children to help the community, because if a children can learn cooperation and sharing from school, so they will take part in the in after their school, they will take part in the community work if they will learn the importance of community in the school. So in so many different ways school will encourage children to help the students.
Yes.
Are three questions.
Okay, that's volunteer work are most popular.
Okay, part 3.
Okay, this one I will tell about my country. Okay,
Yes.
Pakistan.
What type of voluntary
Pakistan.
work are most popular in Pakistan?
Okay, well, if I talk about to my country, in my country, people love to do voluntary works, and they will take part very happily. And if it start from like poor children who don't have that much money to go school, and so people will after a student will do the their colleges or schools, they will teach students freely voluntarily, so they will give them the basic education, and then there are schools like the what do you say?
Okay. Next question: Do you all
The last question.
age group take part in this voluntary work?
Yes, in our country, every age group take part in the voluntary works. If you will talk about like elder ones or children, so for every age, they love to help other people in different ways. If someone don't have like don't have any earnings, so they will provide. They will try to educate them, and then they will provide jobs through that.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that's been a nice attempt. Thank you. That's great. How do you feel?
Yes.
Seda, how do you feel?
Not that much good, because during last 2 months I didn't practice anything, na? So I feel I'm behind now again. When I was taking the year group, that time is okay.
Okay, never mind. You will catch it up. Don't worry, I'm sure. But let's have a look.
Okay.
Let's guys have a look. So in terms of vocabulary, can Sheda paraphrase?
No.
Actually, well, I couldn't notice it. Normally you can paraphrase, but you just didn't use it, I think. Yes?
Yeah.
You just didn't use, you forgot about it, but you can actually paraphrase. So, but be careful that at times you need to use some other words. So actually, what is also paraphrasing within the speech, instead of saying, for example, instead of repeating also the same words over and over again, you can just paraphrase. And when you're telling a story at the beginning of part 2, you start your story with answer, and then remember, you need to finish your story repeating what you have said before, and this also will show your ability to paraphrase. So you have the introduction, body part, and conclusion. So in the introduction, you say the words, you say your sentences, your ideas, and then at your final paragraph, like an essay, you're repeating what you've said, just in other words. So that also shows that you can paraphrase. So I think you can. I would give 6 for sure. And next one, I use a wide enough vocabulary to discuss topics at length. Should I discuss topics at length? Didi?
Yes, I think use vocab enough.
Yeah, actually, I would say, look,
Wide
use
enough vocabulary.
wide enough vocabulary, and I would even say, coming, you are kind of targeting band 7, 6.5 I would give you here. I use vocabulary flexibly, and also you use some idiomatic expressions. I caught them. I caught some idiomatic expressions. I can't recall them to mind, but I took some notes and I saw some of them.
No, hardly.
So
I use only one, like about the children one. Not that much.
not that much, but still you don't have to use a lot. You can show yourself. So if you used a lot, you would get band 7. If 6.5 is where you are now about this, and you also use some specific words, and you also used not regular, you use kind of complex vocabulary. I can see that as well. Your vocabulary was quite complex. So 6.5 here. Next, I use a wide vocabulary. I choose the wrong words and phrases at times, or I choose some wrong words and phrases at times. What do you think you are?
No, I didn't, I think.
I think your choices were right. I just couldn't understand maybe 1 or 2 words, but maybe it's because of pronunciation issue.
Okay.
So I think band again here, wait a second, sorry. I think again here would be not band 8, because they can, if you are in the range, they will not usually give you band 8. Okay, it means that you are something in between again. Okay, so some wrong words maybe you could use. So band 7 here. So all in all, you would get 6.6 or 6.5 for vocabulary. As for fluency and coherence, I can speak at length with some repetition, self-correction, and hesitation. So you're thinking, you're searching for the language, yes? But you can speak at length.
Yes, I think when I find some correction, miss. Like I didn't join now. I think the grammar is incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, we are not talking so much about grammar things, but yes, as well. Of course, when you correct yourself, it means that you are not having full control over your language commands.
But no
Okay,
control.
that's all. Yeah, lack of control, and that is why you're band, let's say 6, not band 8. Yeah, because band 8 has full control over the language. Band 7 has some control, so they control it. And so again, actually, I would give you something. You can speak at length. You can speak at length, and you may have some hesitations, but again, band 6, 6.5 would be here. Again, and just as for part two, I think I didn't hear. There was a question, who helped you? And I think you didn't understand the question. Look, the question was, describe a situation. The situation when someone that you didn't know helped you. Yes, but you said you were talking about agent. He made something wrong, and who helped you?
My husband helped me, and he rebooked the ticket for me.
Okay.
But at the airport, I didn't know who will help me.
Okay, did I miss this part?
Yeah.
Yeah, did I miss it? Okay, then. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay.
No
I
problem.
use some connectors with some mistakes. Or I use a range of connectors with some flexibility. Which one?
I think I use a range of connectors.
Surely, yes. Here you use a range of connectors. That's your strong point, I can tell you. I checked a lot of connectors. A lot. Yes, really. So again, you spoke quite a lot. So, but band 7 would be here. Maybe 6.5, 7. So all in all, for this part, 6.5 you would get. So 6.5 for vocabulary and 6.5 for fluency and coherence. I would personally give you, but if you get maybe stricter examiner, because I know you and I can be, I accept I can be maybe sometimes biased to my own personal students. So let's say then 6 an examiner would surely give you.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I know that we have one more speaker, but can we take it to tomorrow? Can I ask Mr. Barbun to come tomorrow, and we will continue with you, if you don't mind.
I will.
Okay, yeah. Please forgive me for this. I plan to have it in breakout rooms, and since
No
only
problem.
3 students came, the time is not enough to listen 3 students, only 2. But tomorrow, please come at 4 o'clock your time if you're from Indonesia. It's going to be at 4. I'll send you the recording today or tomorrow, because the recording is going to be processed. It's not processing immediately. It takes some time to save recording. So after a couple of hours, I can send it to you. So, and now I think we can shoot a picture if you don't mind.
Okay.
Didik, we can see you now. If you don't mind, you can turn on your camera.
Yes, later. Yes.
It's a bit too dark in your location. I see. We can only see your silhouette.
Yes.
We can only see your silhouette.